In today's video, I get to go to Rutledge Falls and spend some quality time enjoying the beautiful waterfalls all by myself. Well, I guess I did share it with a bunch of strangers, and I get to see a piece of history dating back to pre-Civil War days and stop at a community park and cook lunch. Now, on to the video. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Lashana from Adventures Before Dementia, and today I'm taking a solo hike to Rutledge Falls in Tullahoma, Tennessee. This is privately owned property, so they do ask that you be respectful, and if you bring anything in, you take it out with you. Wow, this place is packed today. And please, if you have trash, take it with you. Don't leave it behind the porta potties. Is that a mouse or a rat? It causes problems with rodents and may cause the owners to quit allowing free public access. I think it's a mouse. There's parking at the Rutledge Falls Baptist Church, and they also have porta potties. Oh, there's a grinding stone. I wonder if that was for the grist mill for grinding flour and cornmeal, and maybe even sharpening tools. It's a pretty barn. Oh, you can already see the falls from here. Oh, that's gorgeous. So I think you can go over there and go to the top of the falls. That looks a little creepy. That's actually a piece of history in front of us. So that is Lady of the Falls, formerly known as Night. I can't get a good shot of her now. I'll try to get one when I come back through. So it looks like there's a lot of options here, but I think you take this trail to the right to go down to the falls. Oh, there's a little side falls. Up there's Lady of the Falls. I wonder what this structure used to be. At first I thought it might have been part of the grist mill, but I don't think it's in the right location to have been the grist mill. I think it would be a good idea to bring trekking poles if you have them. Oh, that water looks beautiful. I imagine it's cold though. So I'm gonna go back up and try to find the trail to go downstream. I'll come back here after I check the trail out. So I think I'm gonna try this trail. See where it goes. There seems to be trails everywhere, so I'm not really sure what exactly is the trail. Looks like there's another overlook.
I think all of the trails eventually end up at the same place.
Here's another overlook. Looks like there's some stuff going on down here too. Wow.
And here's a little bit of a backstory on the statue.
She was part of a series, or part of a trio of 3. Morning, noon, and night. And she is night. There was 8 of those trios of 3 around the state capitol building in the 1850s, I believe is when it was commissioned. They were around the gas lamp poles. Oh, that's a gorgeous stone wall. And a few years later,
on February the 25th of 1862, which during that time the Civil War was going on, which I think was about 3 years after the statues were placed, Union troops entered Nashville and took control of the state capitol.
Whew, look how tall that tree had been.
When the 6th Ohio Infantry lined up at the state building and raised the flag, it marked it as the first Confederate state capitol to fall.
That runoff makes like another trail down to the water. Looks like there's a little bit of a cascade there. But let's go on down this way on the trail. My camera keeps shutting off. I think it's from my SD card. It's a bit more secluded down this way. I had wanted to come last week, but I didn't get to get off work. And this is a Saturday, so I imagine that's why there's so many people here. Oh, I'm not sure if it shows up, but there's all kinds of little periwinkles in the water. I think I'm going to go back upstream. This area is gorgeous too. There's lots of neat little picnic areas down through here.
So back to the statue. When I Googled it, I had actually come across information that said that the Union soldiers had removed the statues. But after further research, I don't think that was true. You can't always trust what Google tells you. But in the 1950s, the state's officials decided to remove them, either because they didn't want to replace or restore them, or because of their risque nature. But Knight was salvaged by a citizen during cleanup and moved to Rutledge Falls. I've not found any documentation of where the other 23 ended up, but they were likely trashed. Have I mentioned I have very short legs?
That wasn't very ladylike, but it got the job done. It is absolutely gorgeous.
For any of you Hannah Montana fans, the 2009 movie Hannah Montana was filmed here, and the Jessica Andrews country music video Good Times was filmed here as well.
Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think I'm going to go that way.
I have to say that waterfall is stunning. Nothing like a good rock scramble to help get you in shape. Yeah, this is a little bit of work, but it is so worth it. I just can't believe how beautiful this place is.
Whew, that water is cold.
We've spent a lot of money to go to a lot of beautiful places, and a lot of them weren't even this pretty. To think this is practically in our backyard, only about 40 minutes away from home, and this is free.
I made it. Having to stand on my tippy toes. Water is so cold, but it's worth it. Absolutely gorgeous.
I've been trying really hard to get over to see this section, but there's been a lot of people jumping off of that rock up to the right. There's actually a little bit of current that keeps pushing me away, and also I can't really touch in this part very well. And I'm having to swim with one arm. It just fascinates me how water's coming from everywhere. And I also wonder, is this still considered Rutledge Falls in this section, or does this have its own name? And if it doesn't have its own name, should it? Okay, I think it's pretty clear that I am totally obsessed over this beautiful scenery, but you guys are probably tired of looking at it. Well, I guess I should be thinking about getting out. Time to go home.
So now I'm trying to make it back over to my bag. I have to say that was amazing.
One last look before I leave.
So I think I'm going to go over that way and go up. Okay, that worked. Now to figure out my next move. Oh, sorry.
I have to say, not one bit of this has been graceful, but it has been so worth it. Just thankful nobody knows me that saw me. Hey, that's another advantage to a solo hike.
Made it back to the statue.
I was planning on cooking lunch while I was out here. I brought the food and my cook stove, but I left the fuel canister and my other backpack in the truck. I guess I'll have to find somewhere else to eat.
Time to head back to the truck. Okay, heading back to the truck. People are still coming in. But I left my canister in the wrong backpack. So when I left, I decided to try to find a park in Manchester. And the two parks that I went to were charging $10 for entry because they were having ball tournaments. So I decided to head towards home and pull over at the park in Morrison. Put in some butter. So now I'm going to add some onions and mushrooms. And now I'm going to add some hamburger meat. So I'm going to add about a capful of Johnny Fleeman's and some Redmond's real salt. Almost 3:30 and I've not had anything to eat today, so I am calling it. Looks pretty good. There we go. Late lunch with the view. All done. I can't believe I ate all of that. Time to pack up and head home.
I think I'll check the park out since I'm here.
So 4 laps around the park makes a mile. And they have a blessing box. And there's a little free library. I think these are awesome. And if you don't know what a little free library is, it's where people can donate books and take one and you leave one. And there's some playground equipment. More tables under a pavilion. And there's a little bridge over the drainage ditch. There's another bridge. And I've noticed several swings and benches throughout the park. When I pulled up here, I started to park there, but I wasn't 100% sure if that was a parking spot. But it does look like it's one this way, and then maybe one that direction. I know it looks like there's another drainage ditch or a creek. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm pretty sure there's one that goes this way, and there's actually 3 that goes the other direction. And they've got a porta potty. And if you're ever in the Middle Tennessee area, maybe give Rutledge Falls a visit. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Bye. It wasn't until I was driving home that I realized I was the only single person there. Everyone else was in groups.